Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today we have 4 inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. With opportunities in so many different service areas, veterans can find a home at GFL Environmental, a company that puts people and the planet first.
There's more to waste management than just garbage. For GFL Environmental, it's all about helping the community safely and sustainably. GFL is a service provider with a difference. It's a one-stop shop for diverse solid and liquid waste management, soil remediation solutions, and more.
I joined the United States Marine Corps, actually Christmas Eve of 1995, and I left in 1996. And I was a 1345 comm engineer, construction demolition. I learned a ton. A lot of leadership skills, a lot of self-discipline, a lot of self-control, which helped propel me in this career that I'm in now. We do a lot of soil remediation, get into a lot of different avenues. Here in this location, we are primarily solid waste. For the most part, over here, the world is your oyster. And not to say there's not a lot of competition, there is, but there's a lot of opportunities. We need self-control, we need discipline, we need people who can show up to work on time, early hours, just like I did when I was in the Marine Corps, and go to work and do a great job and come back and be rewarded for it and have a great, safe day. And it's the same model. You have to be safe when you're in the military, you have to be safe here. And I mean, you have your fellow Marine that you're looking out for. Well, here you're looking out for your fellow worker, the residents, the citizens, the other vehicles on the road.
I served in the Air Force for 9 years, from 1997 to 2006. Aerospace ground equipment technician, age for short, then star. In the military, I got to learn many different skills, technical skills, including computers, which the computers has helped me out a lot over the years, and always climbing up in every shop I've worked in. And to this day, I train people to use the computers because that's the way that all of the industries are going. Well, in some ways, it's a lot like being in. I get to travel a lot, get to do different things, never doing the same thing every single day. It's always some new challenge, and makes the most of all my skills.
I joined the Army because I knew at an early age, based upon, where I came from as a young man, that I needed to become part of an organization that gave me some structure, some discipline, vision. And the United States Army Reserves at that time was a good fit for me. First of all, that you can better yourself. You can better yourself with the right leadership, the right guidance, right motivation, and hard work. You can better yourself in all areas. It's unlimited, and that's what the military did for me. Been with the company 24 years. For me, I came to the company because I wanted a job where I could work and still have time to be with my family. And the work schedule that GFL provided allowed me to do just that. It allowed me to go to work and come home and spend time and have time for my wife as well as my kids.
So we transitioned to compressed natural gas back in 2014. We're switching out from diesel. So we have 96 compressed natural gas vehicles, and we're shrinking our diesel fleet. We're green for life. I mean, that is our mission, that is our statement, that is our name, that we're here for the sustainability of the planet, and we want to do what has to be done in a proper and responsible manner. Well, the full circle project is actually something very near and dear to my heart. It really is. This gives our customers an opportunity to direct where we direct our funds. So every single customer can go online and vote. And so we have different categories like animal welfare, veterans, family mental health and wellness.
We take pride in what we do. We're dedicated to what we do. We're loyal to what we do. We honor what we do. And when you can take that from the military side, and you can integrate that into the workforce, it makes you a prime asset to any company that you work for.
If you'd like more information on how to become a part of the GFL team, visit their website, at gflenv.com.
With employees and operations in the United States, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and more than 30 countries, Tropical Shipping employees reflect both the local communities they serve and the people with whom they do business. These are some of the reasons why Tropical Shipping is a perfect fit for our veterans.
80% of the volume of international trade in goods is carried by sea, and Tropical Shipping has been the Caribbean's most trusted cargo and freight shipper for almost 60 years.
I'm Tim DiPietropolo. I am a veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. I am also a current active captain in the U.S. Navy Reserves, a strategic sea lift officer, and I'm also the Vice President of Operations for Tropical Shipping. I've served in the military for just over 22 years. I was commissioned as a strategic sea lift officer, where our focus was on port operations and maritime operations. Tropical Shipping is an amazing company. From Canada to South Florida to the Bahamas and Caribbean, we can provide shipping services for something as small as a smartphone case, all the way to a full container load of building materials, fruits and vegetables, and groceries to any of our customers throughout the region. We take great pride in bringing people into our organization at Tropical Shipping and giving them on-the-job training and developing this training and development pipeline. So for someone who has a base set of core values, we can teach the on-the-job training as it relates to heavy equipment operators, welders, mechanics, accounting personnel, business operations.
Many of the same values that emerge from military service are the same values they look for in their employees.
My name is Jason Knopp, and I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I've served in the United States Army at Fort Hood as 13 Foxtrot Forward Observer. I currently hold the role of General Manager for VI Cargo, which is a subsidiary of Tropical Shipping down in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. Some of the skills that I've learned in the military are adaptability, teamwork, trust, integrity, commitment. Transition very well with the organization Tropical Shipping, who I currently work for, because they stand for the same values. Tropical Shipping has afforded me tremendous opportunity to grow within the organization. If there's opportunities you're looking for internally, we have a great Cornerstone program which gives you tools to make you a better individual and a better employee, but they also promote continuous improvement and looking outside of the organization for educational opportunities.
Tropical Shipping is committed to delivering the highest level of service to its customers, and veterans are a big part of it. No wonder they were selected as one of America's outstanding Navy Reserve employers in 2018 by Vice Admiral McCullum, Chief of Navy Reserve.
My name is Roderick Clayton. I served in the United States Marine Corps for 9.5 years. I served as a 4641 combat photographer and as a 3041 supply administrator. I am currently employed with Tropical Shipping as a operations supervisor. I am not the first in my family to have worn a uniform. I come from a long line of military men and women, starting with my great-grandfather, Jeffrey Thompson, who served in World War I, followed by my grandfather, Clarence Parker, who served in World War II, then my dad, Melvin Clayton, who was a Vietnam-era veteran, and most recently my two sons, Michael and Cameron, who served during Afghanistan and Iraq. Veterans bring a certain skill set that is really hard to find. You find a lot of dedication and a lot of pride in their work. Also, it gives these returning service members an opportunity to not only provide for themselves, but their families too. Tropical Shipping is the type of place that will give you the foundation of what you want to do. You're only limited by what you limit yourself by here at Tropical.
Tropical Shipping creates superior satisfaction and loyalty by enhancing customers' supply chain effectiveness with convenient, reliable logistics solutions and outstanding employees.
We believe Tropical Shipping is a great fit for any veteran who is looking to start their career in the civilian industry. As a family-owned company, I take great pride, and me as a veteran myself, in bringing veterans into the Tropical Shipping team so that we can build their next career serving the Bahamas and the Caribbean.
It's a great organization, an organization that I'm proud to be a part of, and an organization that I will be with for a very long time.
For over 130 years, Johnson & Johnson has been dedicated to improving accessibility and creating healthier, happier communities. Their veteran employees know this is more than just a job. It's the ability to continue their commitment to serving people.
What started with only 14 people in 1886 is now a company we rely on for health and beauty products, orthopedics, vaccines, and so much more. Headquartered in central New Jersey, Johnson & Johnson is one of the largest manufacturers of healthcare, medtech, and pharmaceutical products. In a world where innovation breeds success, veterans can bring their unique experiences and strengths to change the trajectory of health for humanity.
Johnson & Johnson was established in 1886 with just 14 employees, 8 women and 6 men. We now have over 134,000 employees and represented in over 60 countries with over 260 operating companies under the J&J brand. Well, it is a very diverse healthcare company, so the opportunities, the career paths are, in my opinion, endless. Everything from manufacturing, supply chain, research and development, as well as sales and marketing opportunities.
I served 20 years in the Navy. I was a nuclear electronic technician, where basically I ran nuclear power plants on board submarines and aircraft carriers. You know, most of us who serve, we have a straight direction of what we do. We know the mission, we're after the mission. Now when you transition to the civilian sector, you're doing something for you. I didn't anticipate coming into this role. It didn't fall on my lap either, but I did my research, looked into it, and I realized, wow, this is exactly what I want to do. This is exactly the field in which I was taught. What interests me is the challenge, you know, being an engineering technician, making contact lenses, running fully automated machines, utilizing the skills that I learned in the Navy, dealing with servos, PLCs, hydraulic systems. It was just a challenge that I thought that fit what I was looking for.
I joined the Air Force originally, I just wanted to be part-time. And it was just an added benefit to something I've always wanted to do, kind of serve a greater purpose. I think my biggest takeaway from the military is paying attention to detail. Attention to detail is so important in anything you do, and in the workplace is especially important. My current role at Johnson & Johnson is I'm an IDS-2. It's infectious disease specialist, and I'm in the HIV division. We meet with providers and just educate them on the pharmaceutical drug that we sell. So I knew nothing about pharmaceutical sales. I had no experience, and this company has really sparked that energy and motivation to be passionate about what I do, and that's helping patients.
For Johnson & Johnson, veterans are purpose-driven and values-based leaders, and that's just like leaders at Johnson & Johnson. We have a tremendous number of programs available to veterans. The first thing is we always have hundreds of available open positions across Johnson & Johnson in the United States, and they can range anywhere from commercial and sales roles to supply chain and logistics to business roles like human resources or finance or IT. But we also have a number of very dedicated veteran-specific pathways into Johnson & Johnson.
One of the reasons service members serve is we want to feel that we're serving for a purpose. And similarly, at Johnson & Johnson, our credo tells us that we need to serve those who need us first, serve the people that we serve first. And service members, find that our credo emulates the same principles that we look for when we served in the first place.
Making the transition to Johnson & Johnson has been the best decision that I've made. I truly believe that this is my home, and I really do encourage others to find their home.
Are you ready for a commitment to serve and better the health of all communities? Visit their website, careers.jnj.com/veterans.
Establishing roots from transitioning out of the military is difficult, but starting a new career could be closer than you think. Liberty Military Housing, an employee-owned company, is the leading provider of military housing in over 200 communities on or near military installations in 10 states and Washington, D.C., providing veterans an opportunity with a future, making a difference in their lives and the lives of military families.
My grandfather was in the Navy. My father was a missileer in the Air Force. My father-in-law was a Marine. I think the military does an outstanding job of creating, out of necessity really, the